This is Fahad welcoming you to everyone. Today we can see that in chapter 1, unit 1 in O-level physics and also in English versions, there is a topic is multiple and submultiple of units. Why this is very important? Because in case of calculation of physics, we need to consider a huge amount of units or even a very tiny amounts of units, and to express them in a good way. That's why SI unit expresses the scientific notations. So before going with this table, we need to consider two words. Number one, prefix, and also number two, scientific notations. What are those scientific notations? So as you know that SI unit or System International Unit, through this process, through the scientific notations, we can express the huge number. Suppose if we see what is written on your book, that what are the distance between two molecules in air, if we see like that 0.00000001, or even I can include more 1. So if we want to write these things multiple times in our sheet, we may have failed to lose 1 0, and again we can have in reflect more zeros in our answer script. So if we need to count every time this 0, we may have some error in our expression. That's why we need to think that how we can express this, how we can fix the prefix to express this tiny or even bigger. Suppose in case of amount of substance, we know the unit is mole. So 1 mole of carbon dioxide or 1 mole of anything, we know that the unit is 6.02 into 10 upon 23. What does it mean actually? And how this expression will work? We see there are some table is written, of course you can see on your book also, there are some multiple tables and submultiple tables, and these words is widely used in case of bigger and smaller calculations in physics. See how these things will work. First, we need to memorize this word, and chronologically I have written from the base one to the lowest one. So if we see to the downstairs, I mean exa, beta, tera, giga, mega, kilo, hecto. How it works? Like 10 over 18. It means there are even giga. We are very, familiar with the word GB. We even say that our hard disk is 1 terabyte, our pen drive is 15 GB, 32 GB, 16 GB. So we widely used, like my pen drive is 16 GB. So what we found actually, this giga is expresses this one. That means how much bytes we have in our pen drive is expresses to this word gigabyte. So this gigabyte or GB in smaller form, like if we say this is 16 GB, it means 1 gigabyte is 10 over 9. That means after 16 we need to include 1 after 9 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bytes. So if we write these things with 16 and after 9 0 over and over in our script, we may fall down with the chronological order of 0. And that's why in case of expressing these bigger or smaller or tiny amounts into the smaller expression, we need to follow this multiple and submultiple scientific notations, and these words are the prefix, and this number expresses that how many zeros after one digit. So this amount of digit we have to calculate in case of prefix, in case of expressing the scientific notations. Any number between any real numbers over 10, these expressions is called scientific notations, and the number either it's positive and negative is the prefix. So the positive value, it means the bigger value, and the negative digit expresses the tiny value. Suppose auto, if expresses this one, exa, peta, tera, giga, mega, kilo, hecto, then what will you find? Then in case of an hexameter, we think if it expresses that the distance 1 hexameter, even 15 hexameter, that means if we say that 15 hexameter, then we need to find that what is the meaning of 15 hexameter? 15 into 10 over 18 meter. So this hexa expresses through capital E. This peta expresses through capital P. And most interestingly, tera, capital T, giga, Oxford, capital G, mega, capital M, from them kilo, hecto, and then all other things will be expressed into the smaller one. I mean, small k, small letter H, small letter A, small letter F, small letter P, small letter N, like that. Small letter M, which is micro. In case of micro and milli, we need to think about mi and m. This is very important. Centi, only small c. Deci, d, deca, de. So this expression will ease our number. Like if we want to say that, what is the use of prefix like 1 nanosecond? If we write 1 nanosecond, it means it's a very tiny amount of time. How? Because 1 nanosecond expresses 10 over minus 9 second. And this is the mathematical excellency of our students if they can concentrate with this digit. And in case of transformation of units into the smaller one or bigger one, if somebody is very perfect, then that should be the excellency. How things will work? Like that. Suppose if I write 10 inverse 3 and 10 inverse 5, which is the bigger number among this number? Definitely 10 inverse 3 is the bigger one. Why? Because 10 inverse 3, it means 1 divided by 30, and here 10 inverse 5 expresses 1 divided by 5 zeros. So if you divide the single number 1 into thousands or even hundred thousands, this would be the smaller one. So in case of positive notations, like if it is 10 to the power 3 or 10 over 3 or even 10 over 5, definitely 10 over 5 is the bigger one, because it expresses the positive notations. So this prefix expresses the bigger number 10 over 5. It means 5 zeros after 1. And if we write into different way, like this is, the expression is all about 1. If we make it a little bit harder, like 1.8 into 10 to the power 2 or 10 over 2, or even if we say that 1.8 10 over 4, or even if we say that 2.73 over 10 minus 3. What will be the meaning? What will be the actual results of this? So if we say that 10 over 4, it means 1.8 into 1 after 40. It is very important. So here is a single digit. If we follow the simple mathematics, we will find that this point will cross this 0 and this 30 will be added after 18. So the results would be 18 thousands. So 1.8 into 10 over 4, it means 18,000. And again, if you see this one, 2.73 into 10 over minus 3, that how we'll express it into number? So it means 2.73 into, this should be divided 1 upon 1,000, because there is written minus 3. So it should be 30 after 1. And then what will happen? If this is 30, so if we count this decimal sign into the left word, we'll find 0 point. So 1 digit ahead, suppose I eliminate this point, 1 digit ahead 10, 2 digit ahead 20, 3 digit ahead 30, it will be 0.00273. How? Because the earlier one it was 2.73, so the decimal was in between 2 and 7. Here if we count the digit between 2 and 7, we will find after the digit there are 3 digits. So 0.00273 is equal to 2.7 into 10 upon minus 3. So this is very important to count, because whenever we do practice, whenever there are some critical mathematics will come over in our question paper, we need to answer it. Then our brain should work upon it. Otherwise, using calculator, that should be very easy. We can use calculator, we can take help from the innovations of scientific things, but we can use our brain also. So we need to memorize this word like exabeta tera giga, mega kilo hecto, hecto, and thereafter start from the lower level to the upstairs like deca deci centimilli micro, nano pico femto auto. So how these things we can memorize? I personally think like peta is 15, so exa is the bigger one, 10 upon 18, and the auto is the smaller one. Showing our syllabus, auto is 10 inverse minus 10 inverse 18. So this positive value is the extreme here, exa, and this one the lower, auto, 10 inverse minus 18. So in case of femto, we can think that this is minus 15. So how we can memorize? We need to write it again and again, or even there are lots of students who can actually memorize things very shortest possible time. Salute to them. But if you write it down, what will be the very much used word? I mean, here we can use it from nano to centi. This is a very much common, and even mega to hecto. Even actually kilo is widely used. We can use like 5 kilometer, 8 kilometer, 200 kilometer from one space to another space. So we use usually. In case of centimeter, millimeter, we can use it. So in case of centimeter, what we actually do? 1 centimeter, 5 centimeter, 5 centimeter. So if we express it into meter, in case of 5 centimeter, I will upload a huge class on this transformation of units or measurement unit, how we can convert from 1 meter to another, centimeter to meter to kilometer to nanometer to pico or femto. Every single unit can be used in case of altering things. So in case of 5 centimeter, if we want to put it into meter, what do you need to think? That centimeter and meter. So 5 centimeter, we need to divide it by 100. Then the centimeter is divided by 100. So this centi is 10 inverse 2. So 5 centimeter is equal to 5 into 10 inverse 2, which is actually this one. So 10 inverse 2 means 20 after 1. So 5 inverse 5 by 100 is 0.05. So this 0.05 is actually 5 into 10 inverse 2. So this is actually depending on your practice, that how much you do the practice, how much you think correctly, you can use this altering units on your own. So remembering is an important thing, like from auto to zeta and also exa to hecto. So this is the multiple and sub-multiple units. I just said very simply and very shortly, because I know that if you practice, you can do well, you can do better also, because this depends on your practice. How much you do practice on your own hand to the script will develop. So in the next class, I will explain about SI unit, how this unit can be measured, meters, even kelvins, even temperatures in case of weight, how the kilogram expresses through. So there is a history, so I will explain also the development of physics and with the SI unit. Then after I will explain about the measurement process like screw gauge, meter scale and vernier scale. So see you on the next class. Stay well, stay blessed, and please let me know in case of your understanding level what you understand from my class and what you need more, and if is there any sort of feedback or recommendations, please do let me know so that I can understand your thoughts and your points, so that I can go through with it and you can be benefited from my work, and there is a great peace inside. So see you on the next class. Take care. Bye.